We'll go to Hannah Trudeau first. Hannah, if you want to unmute yourself.
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot. Yeah, thanks for doing this. I'm wondering, Jen, if you can speak a little bit more in depth about why you feel as certain as you do about Arizona, and also curious if you've spoken or had any contact with the Trump campaign today.
Hey, Hannah. Yeah. So Arizona, we we felt good about all along. It wouldn't be a presentation if I didn't say that I'm bullish on Arizona. Look, we really understand that this is a race that we've been ahead. We expected it all along to be close. And as we look at the data that's outstanding, we see a number of Democratic counties that are yet to report. Maricopa, as I said today, we do expect the margin to be closing. We knew that, and we had seen that even coming into election night after we started to see the results. So this is the trajectory that we have been headed. We will win by tens of thousands of votes, but that margin will close. And as I said, Arizona and Nevada, I think there'll be some bounce throughout the day, and the margin will tighten, but that's what we've been expecting all along. And the only challenge with Arizona is the data. Now, if we understand it as we currently do in terms of timing, it could be tonight, and as well as Pima coming in tomorrow, and more of Maricopa tomorrow as well. So it might take a little bit longer to get there. We have not had contact throughout the day, and we're just plugging along with our focus on making sure the votes are counted and that we're pushing forward here.
We have Alex Jaffe next.
Hi, guys. Thanks for holding this call. Jen, I wanted to check in, since you are expressing confidence at the ultimate result of the election, if you guys have started ramping up transition planning, and if you can speak about sort of what that looks like imminently, what you're planning to announce in the coming days after the race is called, if it is called in your favor.
So the good thing is that I'm the campaign manager, and so what I'm focused on is getting these final votes done. We're very focused on making sure the counting goes on. The vice president is continuing to do the things that he's been doing every step of the way, not losing sight of the fact that COVID cases are rising day after day in this country as well, and making sure that he's briefing on that. So we're going to just continue to focus on the campaign and closing out these final states.
We have Chris Smith next.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for talking. One for each of you. Jen, given where the counts are, is there a state you think is going to come in first and get you over 270? And Bob, we haven't seen, well, have you seen any evidence of the Attorney General, Bill Barr, getting involved in any of this maneuvering on Trump's side, and do you expect to see it?
So just to that first question, to be honest, I don't know. I think that we are doing our best, like everyone else is, to get a sense of timing, and monitoring that. We will see more moving in a number of places this morning. Certainly, we know from an Arizona standpoint, the current timing puts us into tomorrow. Pennsylvania has a large volume of ballots to still go through, so that will take some time. So at this stage, it's not clear, when that final count will come and the timing, and we're just going to stay close on all of them.
As for the Attorney General, no, we have not seen any indication of any kind of unusual or concerning activity there. There'd be no basis for the Department of Justice to become involved. The conduct of these elections is the responsibility of the states, and as we can all see, they're perfectly capable of conducting these counts and also of enforcing order. And indeed, that is what that's what they're charged with doing. So this is a state matter, not a matter for the Department of Justice, and we see no reason to believe that fundamental allocation of responsibility is one that the Attorney General is planning to challenge in any way.
For our last question, we have Asma Khalid.
Hi there. Thank you guys so much. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay, great. Two quick questions. One is, what is your sense of your sort of best sense of the remaining vote in Philly? And then also, I know there was an iteration of this kind of ask, but amongst the remaining states, do you have any sense, if you could sort of rank them for me in terms of your level of optimism, if you feel willing to, just where you think they are, if we could rank North Carolina, Georgia, Arizona, Nevada, Pennsylvania?
So, Pennsylvania and Philly in particular, I know there's a lot of uncertainty about the exact numbers there. And I know there's a few different narratives kind of swirling online. There are hundreds of thousands of ballots outstanding. We think it's probably in the 500 to 700,000 plus across the whole state. What I can tell you is that what we have seen in places like Milwaukee and Detroit and Pittsburgh, and we also expect in Philly is very high turnout. And so, we think that there is still significant outstanding ballot in Philly, but of course across the entire state. And as folks know, the vice president has been carrying very, very high margins with vote by mail in particular, and from communities like these. And so we expect that we will have a really strong showing today as the counting is underway. In terms of the states and optimism, look, I feel very, very good about all the states. I think North Carolina is a little bit tighter, a little bit tougher. We are looking for that moment in Pennsylvania and Georgia today where we see that ticker overtake Donald Trump. We think it's going to happen. But I'm confident in all four, bullish on all four of those states. I'm going to expand my statement on bullishness outside of Arizona, but we're very optimistic. And, we don't really care which state takes us over the top. We just want to keep going and make sure the counts get done. And as I said earlier, the counting is underway. We know that it's going to take a little bit of time, and we support that. And we're just going to stay calm and be patient. And at the end of the day, we'll be situated well, regardless of what those early states are, with the remainder of the ones in which take us over the top. So with that, I think we are going to conclude here. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We'll keep staying in touch and being transparent as we learn more details. Really looking forward to the hours ahead of us and being together again with Joe Biden as our next president. Thank you all.